Hey Riley besties, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. It's summer, so that means we have time to actually work on our books and brainstorm our new novels. Today I'm literally going to brainstorm a book with you in real time, showing you exactly what I'm doing and the steps that I usually take to brainstorm my books, because I literally was about to brainstorm my book last night, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow so I can brainstorm it with you guys. And this is a really cool, fun project that I am not used to. I feel like every single project I take on is a completely new genre, and this genre is like a mafia, cyberpunk. It's crazy, it's crazy. But before we get into that, I want to give a huge shout out to the partner of this video, which is Scrintal. If you're a bit scatterbrained like me, you need some sort of place to put all of your thoughts in a way that's actually organized so you don't feel more overwhelmed with the amount of ideas you have. So that's why I really encourage you guys to check out Scrintal, which is an amazing web app that allows you to organize your thoughts through mind maps, through cards, in a way that allows you to have full creative freedom. Something that I really love about Scrintal is the fact that it gives you a blank canvas and you can truly just add your own stuff to it, because I'm very particular in the way I brainstorm very new projects, and especially like I don't have one way of brainstorming every single new thing. So the freedom that Scrintal gives you is something that I really encourage you guys to check out, because I think it's really helpful for writers in general in both the brainstorming phase and all the other phases of writing a novel. I've talked about Scrintal's tools in the way that you can just bring different sorts of media together in one space. For example, you can have links, YouTube videos, you can have boards, you can have mind maps, you can have photos, you can have basically everything, texts, everything. And Scrintal is just an all-around really great app. The reason why I really do encourage Scrintal is because it allows everything to be in one place. It allows for clarity, it allows for you to organize your own thoughts without interrupting your creative process. For example, if you have some sort of document, you know, in Word, and then you have a web app open, I really don't like it when I brainstorm and I have to go to different tabs, different files. I need to search my weird file names because I can never I can never save a file a real normal name. I just need to be like a zib. Does anyone else relate? Is it just me? I don't like it when I get interrupted with my creative process by having to go to all these different apps. So with Scrintal, by having everything there, it's already there and I can just continue my brainstorming and don't have to worry about losing anything. It's all in the cloud, everything like that. If you're sold on Scrintal, I definitely do recommend you guys to check the link in the description. Go click that link in the description for me, because I really encourage you guys to check them out and just see how it goes. Because truly, when I tried Scrintal for the first time, I was a little bit like, I'm not sure, but then I started to really like the way that the mind map works, because my brain kind of works in a mind map. That's how I study, that's how I think about things, through like a really bird's eye view. So if you click the link, you can actually sign up for a free trial today. So I really encourage you guys to create an account and maybe go ahead and brainstorm with me on Scrintal along in this video, because I'm going to be doing that with you guys. Anyways, thank you Scrintal for partnering with me in this video, and let's go ahead and get on to the brainstorming. Ooh, I'm so excited. Literally, sorry if I'm really chaotic in this video. I love brainstorming. It's my favorite thing in the whole freaking world, so don't mind me, but let's go ahead and get on to the video. Let's go. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and log on to my Scrintal page. I'm gonna be brainstorming my novel. I kind of started it, and that's when I kind of started brainstorming. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait for this video. I'm gonna be screen recording so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, which is really, really helpful for, I think, people who just kind of need to see the process as I'm talking and see me in real time, kind of, yeah, doing stuff. So it's gonna be very limited editing, and that might mean this video is a bit longer, but let me know how you like these videos. Usually I kind of do some b-roll in between and stuff like that, but I kind of like the really raw, fun stuff. So yeah, so I have Scrintal open on my iPad. I've been using my iPad because I actually broke, oopsie, my my laptop. We don't talk about that, okay? We don't talk about that. Let's get started. The first step is to have a book bio. This is what I call the first step of the process, because it's really important just to kind of have a vibe about what your story will become. And I'm sure you've thought about your book, you know, the genre, the word count, stuff like that. So we're gonna put that in this little board. So I went ahead and made a new board, and I have this board right here, and this project is called Project Fall, by the way, which is pretty cool. There's a particular scene I have in mind, okay, where they both, anyways, I'm not gonna get into that too much at the start of the video. So this is the brainstorm document sort of bio, and the first thing I do is the word count. I want this book to kind of be very short. very, very short. I want it to be kind of like a mini novella, if that makes sense. So 20k words is the word count. I'm gonna put that there. Next, I usually type in the genre, which I think is important, because this will help also brainstorm and kind of keep your brainstorming on track, you know what I mean? And even if you do change a genre, even if it's a sub-genre or something like that, it's important to kind of know to stay on track. So the genre, you can put in literally anything. I kind of want it to be a cyberpunk mafia. How cool, besties. Like, I don't know if you know, but I usually write fantasy or literary fiction, and the last project I brainstormed and wrote was Project Orchestra, which was a historical fiction, and now I'm writing in science fiction. Insane. Anyways, that is my genre. Then I have tropes. I think tropes is a fun little thing to do, to kind of like think about what sort of stuff you want in your book, what sort of scenes you can have in mind, what sort of themes you have. For example, I really want a hesitant allies to lovers. I don't know if you guys know, you guys don't know because I haven't told you, but this project was very much inspired a long time ago. Like, I think 2 years ago, I was just in the car and I was listening to Lana Del Rey. I'm kind of like Lana Del Rey right now, kind of embodying her aura. But I was listening to Doing Time. That's like such a good song, and that encapsulates this whole thing. There's a hesitant allies to lovers, and basically I'm gonna like spiel. Let's have a little spiel section. Okay, spiel section about the book, or about the story. I love it. Y'all need to just listen to the song and just imagine. I want it to be kind of like an underground, kind of like arcane vibe system, where it's kind of like science fiction-y and kind of just like pop of color, but then there's like a mafia kind of group. It's not really a mafia group. I think it's a bit different to that. It's kind of just like little criminal groups, and there's these two characters. There's a boy and there's a girl, and they're like top guns, or like really well known kind of in the whole system, and they're like the top of each of the rivaling gangs, and the kind of rivaling gangs. One of them, I think the girl's an assassin, like a really amazing scary assassin, and then the guy is like a really crazy thief who like steals crazy stuff. Anyways, they end up meeting, and it's kind of like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith moment, where they're not really put against each other, but instead they band together to throw over each other's gangs, in a sense. And it's so cool, because like they just want money and everything, and they just want to like, they're like sick of the system and the law and like everything. It's just like, the vibe's good. Anyways, that's the tropes and stuff like that. What else? I think that's kind of it for the bio. Oh, I need more tropes. What other tropes? Rivalry, gangs, I can't spell, sunshine boy, black cat girl. I love that. That's so vibe. That's so excited. Okay, anyways, you can add some more stuff here. It really depends on your vibe, what you think is important. Another thing that I like to add is the last thing, which is kind of like a one sentence summary. This is something I learned from Leigh Bardugo that she does. She also does a one-page summary, which I think is really fun. But for now, we just need one sentence. And again, this doesn't need to be crazy. This doesn't need to be like, just write something down and see how it changes. So I'm just gonna write like to what's it called, like hi members, words are not coming to me, but that's fine, of rivalry gangs work together to throw over each other's. But yeah, that's kind of the vibe. That is kind of the vibe. Next up is Pinterest, baby. You know what's happening right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually go to Pinterest. And we're gonna do what I do need to confess, that I have made a Pinterest page. You know the drill, okay? This is what writers do. This is what we're doing right now, okay? So here is the project fall. That is the name of my project. You guys know what's coming. We're basically just going to be pinning cool little cool little photos. This is the vibe. Oh my gosh, something that I really like to do is also think about symbols. As you can see, there's like a symbol of these money, because I really want to scene where like they're both falling out a window and the window's shattering, and like the boy obviously loves the girl because the boy's a sunshine character. Okay, keep up. And yeah, basically he's falling and he kind of like risks his life for her. I don't want to spoil it too much. I don't know. I feel like I want to post this on my like Instagram or something. Anyways, and it's like kind of like a, because the whole story, you don't know if they actually like each other, or like if they're gonna throw each other off, or if they're secretly working for their own games. Oh, it's crazy, crazy. So then it's kind of like at the end, there's like money flying everywhere and there's like glass shattering. So that's the vibe. You can look down here, 2 more ideas. I'm just gonna pin with you guys. Let's pin, let's pin. Ooh, so cool. So I like to just pin whatever I like, whatever looks cool. And yeah, this is my favorite thing. This is what writers do, okay? I feel like we're really bonding right now. But ooh, that's cool. I was also thinking about, like, Pinterest gives you so many cool ideas. I was thinking of kind of having a look, something, this is my brain, don't worry, don't mind me. Cyberpunk, that's also, it's kind of like Cyberpunk X Arcane. Anyways, what I was trying to say was the fact that I've never written a series. I've never written a book that closes and ends and then starts again. Like, that is something I don't do apparently. So I really, really want this to kind of like play into different characters, play into different worlds. I just don't think I've made a big enough world to encompass that. I definitely have a duology planned, which is Velocity of Zeal. That's definitely a big enough project, and I have a clear idea of the 2 books. But in terms of like a long series and stuff like that, I get reminded of Rachel Wrights, who writes like so many novels of the same characters. And like, I wish I could like do that. It's not that I hate my characters or I don't like them or the worlds, you know what I mean? It's just, I feel like there's so much stories to be told, and there's so many different characters that is within me that I just need to tell their story, and they take place in different worlds, so I can't help but do that. Anyways, so I've pinned quite a lot to this, to project Fall, which I adore. And we can move on to step 3. Step 3 is to make notes. I like to usually split my screen like so, and make a new note. So I'm just gonna go over here, say new card, and so this is gonna be just a vomit note page. I'm just gonna put like an arrow there to kind of like see how that goes. And basically here you're gonna basically kind of look through your Pinterest page and type in any notes. For example, with the symbolism, maybe you see a picture of an angel or angel's wings, and maybe a character has a tattoo of those angel wings, for example. Like, this is kind of what I do when I look at Pinterest and try to make notes about the projects. This is just kind of get the creative juices going and just kind of think about what sort of, you know, story you want to tell, and what the vibe is, basically, what the vibe is. You can literally do this, like, this is kind of what I do if I really don't have any ideas, because people sometimes ask me, Anna, like, do you have any ideas? Like, how do you get your ideas, basically? And look, I can tap on this photo and I can think there is a hand on a pistol, and I can think, maybe one of my characters has a weapon. Maybe it's a gun. Maybe it's some moon knives. Maybe it's something like that. Do you see how like that prompts me thinking about weapons and what my characters use, which is obviously why I chose it, even subconsciously. So that's like kind of me explaining the way I think writers' brains work when we just are like silly looking at Pinterest and being like dee 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 dee, but then we're like game mode, like we're actually brainstorming, and then look, do you see what I mean? Do we see what I mean? Oh look, maybe this is a sort of, ooh, look, I'm just like, I'll write this all down later. But basically, yeah, like maybe there's a certain sort of pod where, yeah, I don't know if you can see the brain, my brain linking. This is literally me brainstorming in real time in my mind, and you guys are witnessing, though you can't actually see my mind. Anyways, it would be cool if there's a scene where both the characters kind of come back to their place. Kind of, I think there's a scene in Cyberpunk that's kind of similar to that. But they kind of like expose something or see something, or maybe like, yeah, maybe the the boy character, I don't know his name yet. The boy character maybe has a little brother or something, or you know, someone he's taking care of, and that's why he needs to thieve. And the assassin chick, she realizes that and sees a part of him. You know what I mean? So that's another idea. And these are just the random ideas that I put into this brainstorming document. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some stuff and yeah, show you what that looks like eventually in Scrintal. So do some brainstorming and let's come back. Okay, so I made some notes. I'm gonna go ahead and actually kind of use these arrows, which I think is really, really helpful. Because something that I like to do, as you can see, I made these two little guys where it's kind of like quotes. I love making quotes as I brainstorm, just kind of think about the book, the vibe, you know, because like it gives the vibe so much. So another tip that I like to do is, of course, kind of look at dialogue, how that represents the book and the character and its themes. For example, I'm gonna regret this. I can imagine the Sunshine character, like, and I'm also like, when I wrote that, I had the idea of making him, oh, I can see him, what's his name? I forgot his name. You know, Quicksilver? Literally, where's Quicksilver? Ah, he's so hot. Who's this guy? Who's this guy again? Who is he? Who is he? Oh my gosh, he's literally, ugh. Oh my, are you kidding? I'm gonna go ahead and actually screenshot this beautiful human being. And I think it's really important to kind of get the stuff that makes you excited about the book. So for me, that's usually characters. So when I'm always making my own stories, I make sure that I am rooting for the characters and I focus on brainstorming, not the boring stuff, but getting myself excited to the extent of propelling, you know, me forward into the story. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness, y'all, are you kidding me? Like, I can imagine him saying this with like the biggest grin. Like, he's not, like, it's sarcastic, if you guys can't tell. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Anyways, this is kind of what the board looks like right now. I have so much to do, but I already feel so excited about this book. It's literally insane. But yeah, this is basically what I do, is I basically just kind of continue getting ideas, continue thinking about stuff and everything, and just going on my iPad, literally looking at Pinterest and everything. That's what I do best. That is what I do best. And I don't know, this was just a fun little brainstorm with me. That is what the brainstorming looks like. I'm probably gonna add a lot more photos as well to kind of shush it up, because I really like to do that as well. But I just kind of showed you sort of things that I like about Scrintal as well. As you can see, I love Scrintal, and it's just like very aesthetic and really easy. Like, I can clearly see what's happening. Like, I love also that I can actually see the way that, you know, things are going, and the way my brain is working. So I work this way, for example, but I can also work this way. So that's why I really love Scrintal. So if you guys want to check out Scrintal, definitely do, down below in the description. And I hope you enjoyed this silly little video. I literally just had so much fun brainstorming with you guys. It was just so fun, and I love you guys. And I'm so excited for this silly little project that I'm going to write during the summer, because we finally have time to write. So it's the perfect time to sign up to Scrintal as well and check them out. But I'm just so excited. I love brainstorming, and sorry if I was really unhinged and you get bored of my voice, because I understand, guys. So if you got to the end of the video, thank you so much. I want to do more videos like this. Hopefully I can do it with like another camera so you guys can see more of this aesthetic and more of like what I'm doing, and maybe I can continue this as like a series of like brainstorming with you guys, because I really want to do a plotting video attached to this, kind of like how to brainstorm and plot from your brainstorming, but I think we only have time to brainstorm today. But yes, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you again for 100k on YouTube. I love you all so much. I can't believe we hit that milestone. I'm still in the Netherlands, so I don't have my plug yet. I sent it to Australia, which I'm going next month, so I don't have to ship it and carry on my luggage and everything, so I'm very excited for that. But I'm so excited for Project Fall. It's gonna be a silly little book, but I'm gonna have to do a lot of research about mafia stuff, and I barely watch or read a lot of genre regarding cyberpunk and mafia stuff. But let me know what you think about the idea. I think it's fun, and let me know how you went with brainstorming, and I hope this sort of chill, relaxed video inspired you. But I love you, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye everyone.